All right, welcome back to Foreign Currencies with Scott. So today we're going to look at the first three trading days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On Monday and Wednesday, we had no trade opportunities, but on Tuesday we did. So that's New York's Monday night close going into the day Tuesday. And unfortunately for us, it was a loser. So 0 for 1 for the week so far. And this was a loser that hurt a little bit for a couple of reasons, and we're going to take a look at the price action and see where we entered and what happened. Okay, so on the chart, you can see the vertical bar on the left-hand side. That's the close of New York on Monday evening. And then as the day progressed, you can see it dipped down, then went up, and then went back down and pretty much touched the New York close again. What time is that? At 2. And then took a big move up so that, let's see where it was at 3. So at 3, it was right, no, missed it by 1. Let's try that. Okay, at 3, it opened at 74. And if you can see here, our New York close was 26. So definitely way more than 30 pips away. So 74 at 3 a.m. So let's take a closer look and see what would have happened if we had entered right at 3 a.m. Okay, so after 3 a.m. we had two green candles, which is not what we want because they're still moving away from the New York close. So then finally here at 3:15, we had a red candle going back towards the New York close, which meant we would have entered. Missed it by 1 there. We would have entered here at the 320. I can get one or the other. All right, let's just, okay. Let's close up on this and try it again. There we go. Okay, so we would have entered at the opening of the 320, which was 77.3 pips. So all we would have needed to get back to for that was 47. And so just a little bit under 30 pips away, not even anywhere near the New York close. We would have just needed to get back to 47, and we would have been stopped out at 97, which you can see is way up here. So that trade would have been good right around here. So we crossed back through 47 before 8 a.m. So if we'd gotten in at 3 a.m. Eastern time when London opened, we would have been out by 8 a.m. Eastern time, before 8 a.m. Eastern time with our win. And we never really even went up from that period after 3. As you can see, nothing even got close to that high, or at least moving beyond that high. We did get close a couple of times here, and then later you can see a green candle that did the same thing, but never in negative territory really for that trade. However, that is not what we did. Unfortunately, we got in. So we actually got in a little after 7 a.m. and we got in just above the 30 pips away line. And I keep hitting the wrong one again here. I'm going to try one more time. There we go. So we got in at 58. As you can see, that was the open for that time period. Now, we did start moving back towards the New York close, but then at 8:30 we had a news spike, and you can see this by this green candle with the very tall wick, and that knocked us out. So if we'd gotten in when London opened, we would have already been out with our win. But instead, we waited, got in later, looked a little bit good, and then that spike took us out. And then just to add insult to injury, as you can see, it did go up a little bit more again but never hit as high as that spike. And then sure enough, by 2 p.m., 3 p.m., we got all the way back down to the New York close from the prior day. So a bad day for us, a loss that hurt a little bit, but we'll see what the next 2 days of the trading week have for us. Please come back on Sunday evening and we'll talk about it and look at the total numbers on Sunday evening. Until then, good trading, everyone. Bye bye.